their bottle here, and there's pepper spray on the thing, and I've never tried.
Like
I've tried.
it's attached to the bottle.
Yeah, I've tried a
So you
stun.
want to try the pepper spray?
Let me just say, I've tried a stun gun. I've not been tased before, but I've never tried pepper spray. And I didn't say I
You're
would
saying
try.
this like there are things to try.
Yeah, no,
There
you
are
have to see
weapons
their
of self-defense.
you have to see their effectiveness.
Are
Apparently,
you
pepper spray.
preparing? Are you trying to build your tolerance? Like, is that what we're going?
I wouldn't. And I see how we would arrive at that, but like that's not.
Okay.
That's so. Good morning, guys. Apple
Yeah,
Sample
good morning.
Podcast.
It's 9:30 a.m. right now.
9:30
On the
a.m.
dot, actually.
On the dot. Actually, I thought you were ballparking it, but it's actually on the dot.
I was, and then I looked. And I was
Oh,
like,
so you
wow,
were guessing.
I'm
Do you
just-
have like? Are
Yeah, I
you
was
good?
actually guessing.
Do you do like? Are you good at like? If they say what time is it? You're good to.
I think so, yeah.
Okay,
I think
Okay.
so, yeah.
that's my
If I wake
skill.
up early, in the evening, I can't do that because
I can do it at all
Daylight
times of the day. If you wake me up, I can look at the shadow on the ceiling. And I'll
what
be
have
like,
you been listening to?
Okay,
That's
No,
an
but this is-
important question.
this is episode 13. What have I
Yeah,
been
it's
listening to?
episode
Episode
13.
13. I think you need to go first because I'm about to draw a map. So if I start drawing my
I
map,
have a map too.
my map is bigger than your map.
Okay. All
So what
maps
have
are
you been listening
created
to?
equal. Sha, let me see. I've listened to a lot of music since the last time it was just both of us because I've been to a few concerts. I think May is like my month of my month of least concerts this year at least. I mean, no, it's definitely January and February, but I think last month was very eventful. Let me see, because in April we went to Floetry. I don't remember if I talked much about that.
You did.
The Floetry was really good. The Vigro Deep one was also really, really good. Abisi Vigro, I don't know.
It's Vigro.
That one was
you also
really good
talked
as
about
well,
that
Sha. Gina, that was like 2 weeks ago. That one was really good, like really good. Particularly because, at least for me, like I've seen Liv before. That's not to diminish her ability or anything. Like I still think it was a great show. Like it wasn't like it didn't feel like, oh, I could have stayed at home or anything. But like seeing Karen Briggins was also a really good addition because his drumming was just really good. And like the album sounds so nice. But like when you hear it live, it's like 3D versus like my AirPods or my laptop speaker or something. You know, like it's a lot more immersive. And like everybody else was really into some songs that I wasn't paying too much attention to while I was listening to the album by myself. So that was like a good intro to some other songs, and like it just made the songs I liked sound even more better. Like I feel like when I listen to the album now, my head is playing the live version.
Yeah.
But like I'm hearing the streaming recorded version.
Remember the songs that you really didn't give that much attention to that you ended up listening to and you're like, oh shit, like this is actually fire.
To be honest, I didn't love That's My Lover before the show. Like I liked it, but like it wasn't like my favorite song. I feel like I listen to that song a few times every day now because it was just really good live.
Yeah.
At least that's how I feel. And then as far as what I'm listening to on streaming,
Wait,
I feel like
because what's it
What?
called? No, because what's it called? I want to say more about the Gina show now.
Take it away.
Because I think
you're not there.
No, I say more as in ask you questions and then also be like back and forth. Because what's it called? Liv's writing on that album is like absurd. As in the amount of topics that she touches on, where like woke up feeling like really nigga, where she's talking about like
Oh yeah, that one too was also a song I like more because of the show.
Exactly.
And then the one left the club like something. They wish I had therapy, something like that.
They better be glad I have therapy. Exactly. Yeah. Where what's it called? There's a bar she has on that where she talks about she thought it was about being nice, but it's actually about the kindness, because being nice means that you're stupid, and she's talking about like setting boundaries, pulling up on cheating niggas. Lead is up to me, where she's
that's
like,
also one I like more.
when she's talking about making a fan out of somebody if they just believe in her, like the self-confidence on that is wild. The ending where she's just giving thanks on Omoyati Baba. What was that like? Did you because he performed all the beats live, Abi? There was no.
No, I mean, there are some parts that they played. They had like a laptop and a track playing, but like the drum parts, he played all the drum parts.
Okay, yeah, because I think that's a bit that I really wanted to hear in live, because it sounds, man. I feel like some of the songs. Oh, and then how do you feel about what's it called? Do you want to be with a star?
I don't know. That song has not consumed me yet.
That for me, that song feels like almost like CEO music. You know when they start doing like Black Excellence brunch.
CEO music.
No, you're not seeing, but Black Excellence, like the horns make you feel very like big boss kind of, and then I love the backing vocals on that song as well. Like for me, I've already picked. That's my graduation song. Like when I'm posting the dump of like graduation day, that's do you want to? But even that song where she's talking about like she doesn't want to be a trophy, but she doesn't also want to be the I am the woman that can do it or the superwoman. Like she's very. When she's talking about being with a star, she's her own archetype of partner. Like she's the attraction. There's a standard that she has for who she's trying to look. I don't know, when I tell people to listen to that album, I'm like, it's because when you hear those, especially for me, I don't really listen to lyrics. For people that listen to lyrics, I think it's a tasty album to listen to.
I think it's just very sound, like in every way.
Exactly. It's good to go down really well. But yes, you're good to go on about streaming.
Oh yeah, Ashake's album. Like I almost forgot. That was also insane. Like I've listened to that a lot, and like it was very funny to wake up the next day and see people on Twitter like vexing, like, "Oh, Ashake has fallen off," and I was like, "Was it the same album that I heard?" You know, I think. Let me see. I have favorite songs. My first song is probably Oba, and like the reason I like Oba a lot, right, is because I don't know. It's not necessarily because of the sample, but like it's cool. It's cool that he has a sample. But like when I used to work in Houston, I did a job for this guy who was a lot older than me. Like he's probably in like his late 40s, and we were talking about music, and I played him an Odunsi song, and then he was like, "Oh, he knows this sample," and then he now played me the original, and then he now started talking about, oh, he went for an Ashake show on the East Coast a while ago, and Ashake was playing a version of his song with "Do for Love" under it, and he played it for me because he recorded it. And then I heard Oba, and like it just took me back to like being in the car with this guy, and he was playing the "Do for Love" thing, and I was like, oh, that's really cool. Like, you know, when like an artist does something, obviously just one show, so like you won't think like, you know, it needs to have any special significance. I wasn't even there, but like for me, like it's kind of created like a memory and something that I can, you know, connect with outside of just the album.
Did he drop Oba as a single?
No, Oba is on the album.
Oh, so that was just him previewing the song at a random concert, and that guy happened to be
I don't
there.
think he was previewing. Like he used the sample, but like he was playing a song. He was singing a song he already had out at the time. So now Oba is "Do for Love" and like a new song's lyrics.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Kind of. Yeah. Okay. So the beat. So okay, yeah. I'm with you. I like the album as well, man. Like Asambe has been playing in my head. Like I just hear because his you know, there's that like adlib he's doing Asambe. As I'm walking, I just hear that in my head. I like Bad Man Gangster.
Surprisingly, I haven't listened to that song. Bad Man Gangster.
Oh, as in you haven't gone back.
He's catching up. I haven't gone back to Asambe, unfortunately. But like Bad Man Gangster has been catching up to me because when it first came out, like, it wasn't really my thing. But like,
yeah.
But the Emery sample is like inching me forward, and I've also been listening to Why Love a lot, at least just before the album came out, and like Why Love and Money Can Buy Happiness.
Exactly. Which one is the one that starts with him saying, "I've been searching lately"?
I think that's either Wow Aurora. I'm not sure.
I fuck with what
Yeah.
amen.
that's
Gratitude
why,
to
yeah.
Money Can Buy
Yeah,
Happiness.
Gratitude is cool. Forgiveness is the whole album is really good.
The whole album is good. It's good.
And I think that will also, because I would like to talk about Magic Sticks a lot more. I don't know. I'm not that familiar with his work, but I like that he produced the whole album and like clearly he knows what he's doing because everything sounds really good on the album.
Do you think that there's any validity in the take where like people talk about how his music can sound repetitive?
Ashake's music.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Ashake's music sounds repetitive. I think Drake's music sounds repetitive. Like I tried listening to one of his 3 yesterday, and I was so bored. Like I don't know. Like I'm not saying it's not bad. It's just like I've heard this before. Yeah, like it's like I have heard this. Like the intro on one of the albums, I was like, there's no way. Like he's made this song like at least 10 times before, you know. And
Yeah,
it's just not for me.
that's the reason why I ask is because like maybe I'm also projecting because sometimes I was listening to Money and I was like, I don't know his discography well enough to be like, okay, this song sounds like this song. Like, you know, there's some artists where I'll tell you, okay, this guy sounds like this guy, but I don't know. It just there's something about some of his songs where like there's oftentimes going to be that kind of like maracas intro. It's like
Yeah, I know what you mean. I think that's because he borrows heavily from Amapiano and like that's just what the style is.
Okay. I also the way he does like his vocals, where it's going to start with like him singing by himself, and then he will add like a layer where it's
Choir.
like, you know, he will do his own harmonies first, and then the choir now comes in. Like that.
Yeah.
That's just, you're always going to hear like that. Maybe it's not going to be the same lyrics, it's not going to be the same melody, but like it's always going to be that like progression of him and his harmonies, and then a choir.
I think there's definitely an Ashake recipe, but like it doesn't feel. I don't know. It doesn't feel repetitive,
and I still enjoy it. Like it doesn't bore me. I also feel like
I don't feel like Lungu Boy sounds anything like wow. Even though like
it doesn't.
Like he's definitely like leaned more into Amapiano after. He's always been into Amapiano, but like, you know, it's not. I don't know. It's not annoying.
I feel like Lungu Boy is like when you compare it to the other albums, Mr. Money with the Vibe, Work of Art, and then Money, very different. Like Lungu Boy felt very like, especially with how we talked about the bounce influence on Active, and even songs like Suru, songs like Fuji Vibe, like it's just such a like it's like a tapestry.
It's a different world, yeah.
It's a different world. So I like that. That's a very good like taster. I feel like if you're just getting into him, I would say like do Work of Art and then do Lungu Boy.
Yeah,
that's a good.
Or
do you disagree?
I think everybody's first Ashake song should be Omokwe. Like personally, I feel like at least the one with Olamide, if there's another one, or the Mr. Money remix. I think that was a cool one too. Let me see. Famous Pluto's album was interesting. You know, like there's something about that album and like this kind of brings us back to Kana culture. Not necessarily Kana culture, but like in this sense, OS culture, which is very strange because I was listening to this album and I was like, when did Nigerian music become so like? It's like like it's very transactional. In like I feel like Nigerian music has become very transactional in the way the artists talk about like their intimate relationships with women, and like I was listening to this whole album and I was just thinking about like all the music I've heard in like the past year and a half, and I was like wow, like Afrobeats, or you know what Afrobeat has morphed into, because I feel like we are going to need a new genre very soon, has changed like significantly, you know, like in the topics, and obviously it's telling about like what our society has turned or how it's changing, you know, with like money and like just how people relate to each other. Like, you know, the people just don't give each other as much grace or time, and like now everything is like it's like I don't know, things are just a lot more transactional, or like they have to be beneficial. I think I would
alter that and be like, it doesn't even, because it feels like when I'm trying to think of like hits from back in like there's always been like a transactional vibe, but then there was also like it was paired with like love songs as well, and so there was like a segment, maybe not love songs, but like a segment of like a sort of like a pleading where like
like I don't even think it's not a love plea. Like
it's not a love plea.
I don't think there's a lack of love songs. There are love songs. People just don't really care about them anymore. I think what I'm talking about is like, it's like every song is like, oh, I paid this money, you came to my house, leave my house, blah blah. Like that kind of thing is kind of strange to hear about. And like, if you were relating with these people, if we were relating like this in real life every day, like it would sound really strange. So it makes it sound really strange to listen to this, like just casually, every day. It's like when people used to complain about like how hip hop changed from like 80s, from like its inception to like early 2000s to like what they were doing in the South, and like what they were doing in the South was very much what is happening in Nigerian popular music right now. It's like okay, it's not necessarily like about skill anymore, which isn't bad. Like I think there's like space for both of those things to coexist, but it's like, okay, like this is, I don't know what the word to use is for like, it's definitely very, I don't know, I can't think of the word to use to make my point.
Because
right.
I don't know, I've always, I think, okay, so you're giving us the example of someone like Famous Pluto now. Can you give an example of like maybe older, like maybe do like, you can do like years, where was it like early 2010s where you noticed more of like it was, when would you say was the less transactional era? Like what artists can you point to that like?
I think most of the bangers from like, I don't know the years of the albums when I was too young. Like when we were like children, for reference, we were born in 2002, that era. And like the songs that we would have been listening to when we were hearing outside when we were younger would have been like 2013, 10, 9, like 9 to 16. Like I don't think they weren't transactional things. I just feel like there was a little more humanity.
I think
like this.
You talked about something the other day when we were talking about that Frank Edo OP, where it's like, oh, there's just no tact. I think there's just no tact anymore, because if you think about songs like Pana, I'm playing Rotate in my head, like it's still very much. I think they preface the transactional instead of saying, oh, like if I if she know what was, if she know fuck, if she know suck, you pay for her, we got hand. Instead of saying that, they are saying, oh, I'm new in town, like my money is bigger than your own money, and so because of that I get girl. Like it's like a very, they're not saying that oh, I'm paying money so I have to get it. They're saying, no, I'm this guy, so this is what is around me. So I think it's less so the writing has become more, because as you were talking, I was like thinking about Oscar and how popular that was, and it's like literally just him just talking about who the other Oscar, like over and over and over and over again. So yeah, I get that. What else has been
Famous Pluto's album was good.
When did that come out? Or like when did you listen?
Yesterday. It came out Thursday night, so I listened yesterday. It had some good features. They had a lot of like alter features. I mean, not alter, but like, I don't know what the word to use is, because I feel like we should stop using that word. Brazy was on there. Marvel was on there. Z Level 10 was on there. There was someone else that I can't immediately recall, but like it was definitely very like new age. Yeah, if that's what you want to call it. Yeah, I think it was a cool album.
I think what's it called? I'll say it's becoming shorthand for anything that's not like immediately mainstream, and I don't mind it.
Yeah,
it's easy
hasn't that always been the case? Because I feel like when Rare came out, right, Rare could easily have been an R&B album, and because of the associations that Odunsi has, it's alter music, and like for I think there are discussions that I'm privy to that will become public knowledge very soon, that I don't want to qualify I don't know, like there are reasons why like I'm shying away from using the word or using Altair as like a qualification for a style of music.
Yeah,
You
I
know?
think before it was just more specific because it wasn't new. There was a very like specific crop of artists, but now like
Yeah.
there's so many more. It just doesn't feel as what's it called, useful or
Yeah, like
as
Zay Level 10 is not, it's not Altair. Like, let's be serious.
yeah.
Even
Yes,
even,
it's
even
a different
Breezy,
thing
like
entirely.
Breezy is not Altair.
Brizzy
I mean,
is
she
Altair.
is, but like
Brizzy is Altair.
she is, but like her music is not. I don't know. To me, Sha, I think there are things, or like Onola, like I think they make very cool music there and they're in their own space. But like, I wouldn't. I don't know. I wouldn't shove them with like Budge or something. Like, does that
Yeah.
make sense? Like,
Yeah, I know
I
what
think
you
they
mean.
can make good music together, but like, I don't necessarily think they're in the same
They're
family.
different.
Of music.
It's an umbrella term now. It's not a
Yeah.
genre.
It's like
more an
like
umbrella.
underground. Like,
Yeah, but that's why I'm just like I'd rather say Altair than underground because Altair feels when you say Altair, you know you're talking about like Nigeria.
yeah.
Like it feels like our word. But yeah, man, what else has been in your ear? And it's okay if we switch.
I don't have any more. It's your turn.
Okay, I think it's the same. Like this week was kind of slow, but the 2 weeks before, like I was having a lot of fun. Like sometimes I'll pick. It's wild. I think this last week kind of showed just how long it can be between when somebody recommends something to me and when I listen. Like I remember a time where in secondary school, guys were talking about how good like Lil Kesh was, and obviously I knew like a bunch of his classics and everything, but I've never like sat down to listen to an album. And so the other day, I listened to his 2016 one. And it was so I really liked this. Like I liked it's called Young and Getting It, Yagi. And it was fun, man. Like it was like the rapping was nice. The beats I listened to Problem Child with Olamide. The beats on Problem Child is crazy. And then he had a song with Davido called Ya Ya Yo Yo that was pretty fresh as well. And then Wale has been, is one thing when diasporans like try to get involved in Nigerian culture and it's still like there's like that discomfort because they're it's like I like the eba and the goosey and the fufu and stuff like that, but like Wale has been doing this thing since I was in GS2 or GS1. Like I remember he has a song called Hallelujah or Hallelujah with Ricardo Banks. Like he's been and he's worked with so many different Nigerian artists. Like he genuinely like cares about this shit and like actually enjoys working with Afrobeat artists. So shout out him. What else have I been listening to? Action Bronson dropped an album last week. Condor has been pretty cool. And the first time I listened to him, you know how people have a thing where it's like, oh, there's only like maybe 2 or 3 white rappers that people like really like. I heard Paul Wall's verse on a song because he featured on the album and I was like, I need to listen to Paul Wall. Like his voice sounds pretty fucking cool. Like I know you mentioned him before. He's on Triceratops with Loyalty and Action Bronson, and his cadence was crazy. But Action Bronson was talking about eating jollof rice, and I was like,
Loyalty and Bronson is not something I expected to hear.
Guy, it was when I saw the video, I was like, because it dropped first as a video where like they're on a Ferris wheel, and then you just see Loyalty rapping. You see Paul Wall, you see Action. I'm just like, what the hell? But what's it called? It got to a point with him where I feel like Action Bronson is he's a cultural connoisseur. He likes going to different places and trying new things, and you hear it in his raps, and that's the whole like shtick where like it's cool. And then the other day I heard him talk about like how he has to eat jollof rice in the morning, and it just something just I was just like, this is a game to you.
Have you seen that video of Rosalia saying that her favorite thing to cook is egusi?
Yes, and the passion, she was like, well, like it was first she was like, I love egusi. I was like, okay. I see me saying this now, but like that's how what was I making when I used to make festival, that Jamaican thing. I had fun. So I think sometimes, and I noticed it in myself, where like when it comes to somebody else interested in my culture, I'm more like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
But then if it's me,
defensive.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I think it also comes from a place where like, okay, we've kind of had to be defensive because every other time you've heard fufu with like mainstream media. It's like, okay, they're trying fufu and they're throwing it away, or like this shit is nasty or something. And you kind of have to protect, your culture. So I get it.
I saw a video the other day about somebody talking about flagricans, which are people who just relate with the country. And flagricant feels, anyways. People talk about their country only based on like their main cultural exports, and they do like people that do jollof. So and that's what I don't know what made me think about that just now. But anyways, Duendita dropped an album.
Yeah, that was good.
That was really really.
I listened
good.
again yesterday.
It was. I haven't gone back enough because I just listened like last week, but that was good. And then there's a song that Igweaka has called Busybody, and Busybody is like, there was a day where I played that thing like 5 times in a row, like that hook. And then when he now is just starts going and the beat going back here over and over again, I can't get enough of that song. Like I think I listened to his, we talk about it, I listened to his discography, before 2025 he was not incorporating that much of like his Igbo heritage into his music. At least like I took a decent sample. I listened to like most of the stuff from 2024 and I tried one of his albums, and I was like, it's so wild how you can make music for so long and then all of a sudden like you realize that there's a pivot that can click for you and things just go up. Like I think he's in, let me not reveal his age. He's been making music for a long time, and then it's just like these past 2 years where like he's like just understood that like once you blend, because he's also good at rapping. Once you blend that rap with what's it called, the part of Nigeria that you're from, it can really go off. Here's a song with Odunsi called Bakasi that's pretty fire as well. And then I've just been jumping on the plane.
You said you had a map.
So that brings me to my map where, what's it called? So Igweaka is, I think he grew up in or lived in California for a while. And then, what's it called? Now he's back in Lagos going crazy. It's funny, I saw a TikTok of him on my street as well. So now we've drawn, this is the thing.
Before you go too far, Tochi Bedford.
Tochi Bedford as well, yeah. What happened to
him? He dropped a song called Abracadabra that I really like. I mean, I feel like I've liked everything he's dropped in the past 5 years. So, did
we ever talk about Eternal Mob? Because that was the first thing that I liked.
Yeah, I think we did with Ehi and Omarizu on that episode, I think.
Okay. As long as, because that was the first. I even messaged him. I don't think he ever answered my message, but I was like, bro, this thing is really crazy. So that was the first. That's the first string. I also think I really can't wait for, because like this is good to happen. We're going to talk to Duendita. Like I really want to know how that connection with Odunsi happened. Like, because it was one song. And then I think I saw them repost each other's music for a while.
As well, yeah.
And I don't see them interact anymore. But like it would just be interesting to figure out how like that Kini happened. But another thing I found was there's a group called Numero, and they're essentially a record label based in Chicago, and they take like lost singles and albums and then they repress them and publish them under their own label. And the reason why I find them cool is because they give life to like music that's like that people just don't know about. And the person that I came across, his name is Norman Whiteside. So he was this guy that was making music in, I won't say the 70s or the 80s, and he makes some pretty good stuff. There's a song that he has, Chai, is very similar to something from the Isley Brothers, and it came out a few years before. But the issue with Norman Whiteside is that he got caught up in a what's it called? Not a sting operation, but he was falsely accused of a crime that he didn't commit, and he was sentenced to prison for decades. And while he was in prison, Numero found his album called "You Can Fly on My Airplane," and they re-released it in the early 2000s, and that was.
So you've been doing this for a while.
Yeah, Numero was founded in 2003. And so Kanye now sampled one of the songs called Airplane Reprise, and that was what he used for
Oh,
the
that's
bridge.
the one you sent to me.
Yes, that you will know that did not even shake you. I sent it to my brother. My brother was like, my brother understood, and he was like, "Thank you so much," because that thing was like just randomly.
It's good
And
to
then,
have blood.
what'd you say?
I said it's good to have blood.
It is, because blood is. It was like the blood is thicker than water. And Frank Ocean also sampled one of the songs on the album. Oral sampled one of the songs on that album, and so it's like just through archiving, bringing back stuff again, and just and not even you like just putting it out there for people to interact with. You just give something new life. And like now, Norman Whiteside is either out of prison or is coming out of prison very soon, and he's going to continue making music. Like I read an interview that he did with an outlet, and he's talking about like he's ready to just continue making. Can you see me? Yes, he's ready to make some new music. So shout out to America for the work that they do. They have compilations on Spotify as well that are really good. They do it by genre. They do all types of soul, reggae, what's I think shoegaze. They have a bunch of shit, and they sell their vinyls as well. So that's pretty. I love them a lot. And then my last point of Kini is I was watching After Hours, this 1985 movie by Scorsese, and it's set in New York, and it's basically this guy who was invited somewhere. I actually found that movie so funny because I had a similar situation happen to me where he met this lady in a random place.
Was that the random one?
Yeah, but this was another. So before any, they met the lady. The lady gave him her number, and anyways, he goes to Soho to go and hang out with her. He's basically stuck there, and he just ends up in all these roundabout situations where, like, the neighborhood watch starts really chasing him. It was very, very odd. Have you watched it?
Yeah, so it's like late last year.
It reminds me of, so it came out in 1985, and there's another movie called Clue, based on the game Clue, that came out in 1985, and they're a very similar vibe where I like old movie humor sometimes because they start out very like serious, or like you think you're watching just like a normal movie, and then slowly but surely you start hearing the dialogue and you're like, these guys are not okay. Like nobody here. So After Hours does that well, and so does Clue. But the score was done by this artist called Howard Shore, and it sounds very similar to Marty Supreme, whose score was done by Daniel Lopatin. The only thing is that the After Hours score is not available anywhere, unfortunately. But I was talking to my friend the other day, and they were like, a lot of stuff that people find cool in film, like people like Tarantino and Scorsese and who else is popular, Christopher Nolan do. They have references for this stuff, and they all went to like different types of film schools that had curricula. So part of the beauty in like watching more and more film is that like you kind of decolonize the word for me was demystify. Like, it's not that these people were these originators that like created this thing. Like, no, they have references, and if you go deep enough, you'll find them. It's very similar to music with sampling and interpolation as well. So I'm looking forward to finding more references. But yeah,
is the map over?
Is the map over? I think so. There's not much. There's not much else here. I mean, I can keep talking about different things that like I think Omotosho has been on my mind as well. Olamide and Wizkid. Wizkid was saying Omotosho on that thing, and I was like, am I swear it's Omotosho. But I was going to ask you, what were you listening to in like between 2015 and 2018? If you remember.
I was listening to Shake It Off. I mean, is it Shake It Off or Shake It Up?
Shake It Up by Taylor Swift.
Yes. Or whatever, like her and Kendrick Lamar were on, was Bad Blood.
Bad Blood.
I was like, I was so like pop heavy. Like, was it Believe? Was that Justin Bieber album that came out around that time?
Yes.
Or was it Believe or Justice? One of them, I was like...
Justice, I think Justice is new. Believe is the one that Justice came out in 2020, if I'm not mistaken. Let me check just to be sure.
Yeah. Believe I was listening to.
2021.
What was that one song? As Long as You Love Me. Like, I feel like that I was getting ready for like, not necessarily struggle love, but like, you know, I think that song was priming my mind for okay, thick and thin for no reason. Like,
Okay.
there was no reason for me at that point in my life to be so invested in like the lifestyle that song encourages. I think, let me see, I was listening to whatever was like popping in pop chart,
the album that he did Purpose in 2015. 2015.
Yeah,
So I think
maybe
that's one that has What Do You Mean? Where Are You Now?
Yeah. Purpose then. And then Kodak Black. I was into a lot of Kodak Black, and I think Jack Boy as well, because I was very into like a certain sect of like Florida rap, and then because of after like double XL, sorry. Let me see, a lot of Yachty as well. Just I don't know, just things like, I won't say I was finding a lot of my own stuff. Like, I was just hearing whatever was popping in White Sands at the time. And then I think Kodak was like what led me to find like, okay, this is stuff like I'm really into. And then I think I started getting into Gucci Mane like later. Because like there's always a point where you hear like Skrilla, or you hear both. Is it no, both was later. What was the song? Get the Bag. I think Get the Bag was Migos and Gucci Mane or something. Yeah. And like I was like, oh, who's this Gucci Mane guy? And then I started going back and I was like, this guy has way too many albums. Like I'm not listening to everything. And I just started becoming like a Gucci Mane fan. And then lots of 2 Chainz, lots of Migos. I think I was very into like whatever they had going on in the South, plus like my own. I think I also had like a New York phase at that time, like a New York 90s boom bap phase around that time. I think that's also what made it easy for me to get into like Doom and stuff like that. And I think Joey Badass was part of that era as well for me. I don't know, but definitely not. Unfortunately, not much Nigerian music, because I don't know, my parents were really strict about that shit. It's weird.
And it's like that now opened you up to Gucci Mane, and it's like I feel like those were way more explicit. Maybe the content and stuff were like overlapping.
You're not hearing what I was listening to.
Okay,
like,
fair enough.
Yeah, like I couldn't go out and listen to African music, but like I knew my way. I knew my way around the internet really well. So I could like just download whatever I wanted. Like I found out how to slow the how to reduce the bandwidth on everybody else's Wi-Fi in the house at like 15, 16. And like I would just have most of the internet access, and everybody just be like, oh, what's wrong? They'll be turning it on and off. And I was just enjoying the internet. And like this was mostly, I learned this because I was beefing with my brother, because like they gave him they took our PS4 and gave it to him because I was misbehaving. So I was like, okay, now like if I can't touch this thing,
nobody will
you
connect.
cannot play your online. Like nobody will connect. So I think that just led me to learn a lot of like internet-based stuff, and I was just finding whatever music I wanted to find.
That reminds me of, what's it called? And I hate that I got the eras wrong. I'll tell you why I asked you that question. But that reminds me of when I was not good with the internet. There was so much shit that I did that was so like traceable. Like I remember when I was supposed to rap with some of my friends. We were going to like we used to take music classes, and sometimes the teacher would just tell us, okay, prepare a song that you know and like, you know, sing it for us in class. And my friends and I chose The Motto by Drake. And so I wanted to learn the lyrics now. So in school I printed out the lyrics, and what's it called? I was studying that shit. I was like doing. But I did it in the living room. And my mom was like, what? And then I now said, and I now wanted to look. I've never really studied, so I wanted to now show my mom that, oh, look at me, like now I'm studying. So I said, okay, mommy, read the lyrics, and then I'll rap it to you. Or like, no, I put the paper down. I said, mommy, let me know if I'm rapping well. And I started rapping, and then obviously there's lots of cuss words. So I was like, and every time they would cuss. No. So I'll be like, I'm the man, don't get it, do you? Type of money. And then she'll not be giving me tips. Afterwards, she was like, let me even read this thing so like, you know, I can tell you like where you're making mistake. I was like, oh. I was like, no, don't worry, just listen to me. She was like, give me this thing. She now read the thing and she was like, what's this? Like, what are they talking about here? And then there was another time where I think I was playing Frank Ocean for her. And I was playing crack rock. And I didn't know what crack was at the time now. So she's listening to me saying you're shocking and driving, stealing and robbing to get the fixing that you're itching for. And she's like,
yeah,
I need to see your phone. And then she just, and at the time I was just listening to everything. I would take, my brothers would give me their old phone. So I would just have like all the albums that they had and I would listen. So she would shuffle. Lil Wayne will come on. After Lil Wayne, Kanye West will come on. So she made me delete everything. And then I had to start from scratch. And that's when I got into, that's what made me get into Lord. Because Lord is not cussing now. So, but I didn't know how to download music. So I picked one random website like this and then I downloaded a bunch of random Lord songs and apparently it was Pure Heroin. And that's how like, I just knew the album Pure Heroin in my head. Because like, I just didn't know how to.
I think that's what made Taylor Swift easy for me to like listen to. I mean, like I wasn't his 50 or anything, but like that era was just easy because okay, I can play it on my phone or something on my iPad, and nobody
would disturb me. That's what got me into Chance the Rapper as well. When Coloring Book came out, when he did the blessings, I said finally, let me play this one in the car. They'll say okay, he's a good boy. Like I feel like for like a year or two, I could not play music around my mom. Like it just changed. It changed that dynamic. So Chance the Rapper was my way back into Kini. But
I had a very similar situation to your lyrics thing. I mean, like it's not similar, but like in terms of how it changed, like music I was listening to. I had an older cousin, and he was like, let's say I was 10, and he was probably like 16, 17, and he had a CD player, right? And he had a bunch of CDs, and sometimes he would stay with us, and he was listening to, I think what's the name of that album that Drake has, and it's like a bitmap image, and it's red, white, and black.
Thank Me Later.
Yeah, and he was listening to Thank Me Later, and I think there's a song there with, it's Nicki Minaj on the album. If you remember.
I don't believe so.
No, Over is on the album. I remember specifically it's
Over. Yeah, Over is on the album. Nicki Minaj is on that album. Yeah, Up All Night. But continue.
Yeah, and I opened the CD player and I connected it to my ears and I started playing the music. And my mom found me like listening to his music player, and then she took the headphones and started listening to it. And it was either Over or Up All Night that was playing. And she just opened it and broke the CD. And I was like, this is a very strong reaction. And I just wasn't sure.
Bro, the CD is fucking insane.
I wasn't sure what to do.
Insane. What the hell?
Guys, she broke it in half and threw it away. And like, obviously, this only happened because my cousin wasn't at home.
Yeah.
And then, okay, like, obviously, I'm not going to get in trouble because, you know, like, she's the adult, right? And like, he just had to, you know, buy another CD or just move on. And like, I think she made him hide all his CDs or something from me.
No, wow.
But I don't know, because of that, like, I just didn't really listen to like rap for that reason. All the music in my house was gospel rap. Stuff like that.
Oh Lord. In hindsight, I don't know why like older. I mean, I get why like obviously my older brother is not going to be like Olushona. You like they're not going to teach you how to be coded. But like that thing would have been so helpful. Like I remember one day where like I was singing Sugar by Flo Rida, where I was like, your lips like sugar. I just like the melody. And I didn't know now. And I remember singing and my brothers were like, shut up. Like, because I was behind my mom singing it. And they were looking at me like, shut up. And I was like, why? Like this song. And my mom was like, what are you singing? And then, or when they bought Watch the Throne and My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, I remember my brother bought it in front of my mom. I didn't know that he like packaged it so that like nobody would know. And I never realized that they only played this in the car when we were going to school. And then when they drop them, they'll take it out, put it in their bag and go. And then I think one time I really wanted to listen. I was just my mom and I in the car. I now played it. And my mom was like, what?
What's going on? Yeah.
confiscate. I think the one time she confiscated one of the CDs. Like, man, I was messing shit up inside that place. Without even knowing. I was just, and that thing when they have the headphones in and you're just watching them, because you know that the fuck is coming soon. You know, bitch is coming, and you're just looking at it and you're just like each fuck. They're just like, yeah. That's man. I'm glad streaming really helped.
Yeah.
Streaming really helps shit. But I was going to ask you about, was it because we know when sometimes J-Hus references will come whenever UK music comes, you always ask me like, oh, like which song is this Sankini? And the other, but specifically from like that, like 2017 to 2021
UK
period.
music was not something I was really into.
Man,
other than Skepta.
I was listening to I shuffled some of like my J-Hus songs, and then I added like some Dave like from Game Over. Nobody talks about like, I think, and like as a former Dave fan, nobody talks about how his earlier music was so much more fun than the music he makes now, where like, I understand that sometimes it's cool to talk about like life lessons and like
you don't
learn
want
how
to
play
rain
the
dance.
guitar, but like, what'd you say?
I say you don't want to rain dance.
It just sounds so like there's a part of his personality that I feel doesn't come out in his music anymore. Like he had a very like playful vibe to him. Like there's some songs on Game Over where like he spends there's a specific song where he talks about, it's called Attitude, and the whole song is him he uses car brands and football players to reference like different things. Like he will use like a BMW to talk about Manuel Neuer. Like, I don't know, there were just so many references that he was using. There's this no words with Mustak. Like there's just so many, like it was so fun. And then all of a sudden you started getting serious all the time. And like dollar shit. And everybody's like, oh my gosh, like he's so deep. And I'm like, bro, like I don't care. And since then, like I've not been able, like I always try like the album at least once. And him and James Blake, I don't know, it feels like they're married. Like they're always making shit together. And sometimes they make good stuff, but like I miss the old Dave, man.
Is that who produced a lot of this new thing?
I don't believe so. He used to work
like
with...
are they just making like, are they using like features?
It's features. I don't know if they actually produce stuff together. Let me pick a random song to check. Oh, James Blake produced some of this. So let me see who produced. Let me do my 27th birthday. Okay, no, but I mean Dave produces a lot of his stuff. So he's a pretty chill producer. But like, I don't know, man, shit just used to be more fun. But anyways, they were playing. Okay, they were playing stuff like, I found Sparkle. Alien Girl came out more recently. That was by J-Hus. It was in 2023. Sparkle was by Chip. But there were just so many guys like Tiggs the Author. Reg 32 had a little moments. Like, it's just fun stuff, man. Fun stuff. Maybe I'll make you a playlist one day that you can listen to. And I like the fact that like it was very, I want to say, for lack of a better word, Afrobeat adjacent. Because the people singing this thing are from either the Caribbean or West Africa. So even though there's like a UK accent, there's still like a very strong influence from those places. So I think that's why I enjoyed it so much. Like it didn't feel too far removed from like Nigerian music. So yeah, very fun time. Very, very fun time. What was that guy's name? Swarms. When he made Bali.
Swarms, yeah. Like I know the names, but like I didn't hear the music.
So man, UK is nice, man. UK is nice.
I'll be looking forward to any concerts this year. There are plenty, I can't lie.
Kia is on tour. I need to catch that.
Yeah. Hopefully. I mean, will I? I feel like I won't die if I don't go.
That's fair. I don't think when I was getting into Forever,
I'm not too invested yet.
Exactly.
But I think it would be a nice show to cover for sure. Because I think the production value would look like, I don't know, it would look good on camera at least.
Did you listen to Halal's
Like,
album?
I'm sure it will sound
Hoop's Law?
nice. Yeah, there's a song I liked on there. I think, is this Stupid Games or something?
Stupid Games is fire.
Stupid
Stupid
Prizes.
Prizes.
Yeah, Stupid Rises.
Stupid Prizes. Think About It is so good.
Yeah.
I don't think I like Devotions. I like I Hate You. Kia is good, man. Kia is really. I think I missed a bunch of concerts over the spring. It was terrible. So I think Kia will be a good redemption arc.
Graduates.
Literally. But now that it's what's it called? Festival season. I feel like the UK does festivals. Their lineup shot. I prefer them to the American ones.
I mean, they cancelled Wireless now. So what did they have?
It's not even Wireless than me. I look at like they did hi, what's this one called? Now I will forget the name, but they do a bunch. Like there's one called, it's not Lovers Rock.
I know there's one South something that's happening. I don't remember. Is it South Park or something?
I mean,
I have to find
where's
it.
All Points East?
I don't know.
All Points East is in the UK. Park Life is in Manchester. Obviously, there's Glastonbury, but I'm not even talking about. They do like a lot of like medium-sized ones that are not too big, that are pretty fun. And their lineups are always so like they are packed. Like it's one mainstream artist and then a bunch of like those guys between the maybe 100k to 800k monthly listeners, and the selection is like very well curated. I feel like American festivals, because they're so big, you have a bunch of the artists that you like, but it's like you can have like 15 artists that you like and then 10 that you have no idea who they are. Nothing wrong with that, because you get to find new artists. But the UK, because like it's a smaller selection, it's usually very like, it feels very tastefully done, and like they're all within like a similar creative ballpark range. It's cool. Ballpark has been my word of the episode. I'm trying to see which other festivals are coming out this summer in the UK. So, anyways, I say that to say that I'm going to be very jealous.
Which one do you want to? Which one are you going to? That's what we need to know.
I really haven't seen, apart from I don't know how to pronounce the name, but I talked about Goapele on one of our last episodes, and then literally the next day I looked through her concerts and she has one in Houston, like in like a couple of weeks. So, but I literally only know Closer. So I guess this is my cue to go and listen to the album and then see if I want to go and
listen to the album a few months ago, this year, but it was nice.
Okay. So for now we have Goapele, we have Kia. Yeah. I'm really sad I did get to see you. Oh, you have Sideshow in Chicago.
June, yeah. Sideshow. Hopefully I get to go to the Levin Kali one. I don't know. I think I like one Levin Kali song, but like I really want to see Adana do and like how she performs, because for me, like how I mostly knew her was comedy on TikTok and like making those parody singing videos, and like to see that now she's like on a lineup for a concert. It's pretty serious, and I would like to experience what her music is like in person.
I actually haven't. I know the name, but I don't. What's it called? I can't put a face to the.
She used to do those videos where it will be like, when you're at a white club or something and they're remixing this black song.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now she's making her stuff. That's fire.
Yeah. And then maybe I'll go to the Kia one. I don't know, whatever comes during summer, and if I can, if I can pull strings to make it. What else? Time of Our Lives, most likely. I don't know. I'm not traveling anywhere this year, like for music. Sorry.
Okay,
I wish I could have gone to Big Calf. That would have been really cool.
What's Big Calf?
But Big Culture and Arts Festival. That one that had like, I think The Alchemist and Earl were the headliners.
In Gainesville?
Yeah, that one.
I think when you said I wish I had gone, I thought it was going to be something that like genuinely like you could have made it shake.
I mean, I couldn't have made it, but I'm saying I wish I could have made it.
Okay, yeah. That looked fun.
Fuck, what's in Gainesville? I
Exactly.
really wonder why they have it in Gainesville. I think it's related to some organization because I did some deep diving on them this week.
Fairs. I was even thinking of, there's also somebody, I saw a TikTok recently on about Efe Oraka and how, what's it called? She just dropped, I haven't listened to the EP yet, but like, that's on my queue. Also because like, do you know, she was featured on something that was like fairly popular, but I'm blanking. Like, I know the name.
I don't remember what it is, but yes, I know her name. I've also seen her on TikTok a bit. So I'll definitely be.
That was my first time seeing her. And I was going to mention there was a cute video of her performing at Palm Wine Fest in like 2018, and she looks so young. And I'm just like, hey, yeah. I wonder if I think I was at that one. Maybe not, but I was like, hey, yeah, like I think that's also what I like about being in Lagos. Like oftentimes, like if you're attending events and like you're involved in the arts scene, you get to see a lot of people come up.
Bro, I would love to go back. If going back to Lagos was like an easy choice, and someone told me that
Rigo Camp.
Yes, I don't know why I couldn't remember his name in the moment, but like if I could go for a Rigo Camp show like this, I would go.
That guy has been bubbling, like, cause he's been fairly quiet this year. Like he dropped the EP last year. And, like
he's been really quiet.
I think something is
strong
growing.
EP.
Yeah, cause I've been seeing him. I see him like in the background of some videos, and I think he's dropped a couple of videos where he's just like dancing, to snippets and stuff. So I'm actually excited to see what happens.
Yeah, we have a really what?
Nothing. We have a really what?
We have two really cool guests lined up. So yeah, for after this, I mean the one before this was really cool. No, before this episode, like when it comes, like in order of when it comes out.
Oh yeah.
Before this episode is cool, but then the next two are very cool. I mean, everybody's cool. That's why they're here, because we're the cool kids. But like, okay. I mean, next four actually.
Guy, everything.
I don't need to say the names, but like, I don't know.
Everything fresh.
If you guys want to see, want us to talk to anybody that you're sure will not air us, like we're open to like DMs or whatever. Yeah, that's fine. Because it's literally just me and and I'll more than likely reply. Like nobody's for me here.
Exactly.
But yeah, you guys want us to talk episode 13.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll make them up a little better, but see you guys next time. Love y'all.
Yeah. Cowabunga.
Okay.